And good morning, everybody. This is Sherman Ray, and this is Livin in Vegas magazine, the podcast. I want to thank you all for being a part of the show today. Um, really excited about a wonderful show. Today is actually the last Thursday of 2021. Yeah, I know it's amazing that time has flown by so quickly. The year is almost over, and really, we've actually been on the air almost 3 months now. Pretty amazing, isn't it? I think so. It's an amazing thing that's happened where we've been able to come into your door Monday through Friday. Other than we actually had a week off or something like that, but we come to you Monday through Friday, 8:30 in the morning to about 9 o'clock to give you the story about the people, the places, the trends, the events that are going on in Vegas that really talk about why we love living in Vegas. And this is, this is no different. It's pre New Year's Eve, so that's a new term now. The pre New Year's Eve, and I don't know about you, but I've had a great day already, and I'm going to tell you all about it. But even before we do that, we've got some stories today. We're going to talk a little bit about New Year's. We're going to talk a little bit about some football that's going on. Um, and a really interesting story. I think it'll kind of surprise you. But before we do all of that, folks, let's talk a little bit about Living in Vegas magazine. The magazine is actually coming out like 2 days, 2 more days, and we're done. Um, Adding just a few more articles to the magazine, just because it's just so important. I'm going to tell you about one right now, as a matter of fact. but um, Before we do that, we're having a launch party. The launch party is over at the Mandalay Bay Casino. It's high atop there. We're at the Foundation Room, January 15th. Literally, I think I've probably got a handful of tickets left. I mean, seriously, folks, I've been talking about this for a few weeks now, um, and we still have 2 more weeks before the event actually starts. But we're actually almost sold out. It's almost sold out already. I sent out a blast yesterday to our large and growing uh, email list, and I think at the time I had like, I'm not even gonna tell you how many I had. I mean, I've literally got a handful of tickets left. That's it, and half of those went yesterday. Okay, so I even have less than a handful now. I've got a hand of tickets. So if you're on our Facebook page, you can still go to our Facebook page, and right above my head there, on our Facebook page, there is there's a link to the event, and let me double check on that. So there should be a link to the event right above my head. We pinned it to the top of our Facebook group page, and you can still go to the event. Okay, so literally there's only just a couple left, and it's really pretty much over, folks. I wish I could leave it open more. Wish I could invite more people, but I can't. So January 15th, Foundation Room, and it's going to be there. I'm looking really forward to that. Um, or I'll do this one last thing. If you send me your email, you send me an email and you say, "Hey, Sherm, I want to come to this event." What I will do is I will register you. Okay, all you've got to do, but you've got to do this. Okay, send it to living in Vegas mag at gmail.com. It's living in Vegas mag at gmail.com. We're actually going to be changing our email address. We're actually going to having a different email address too. But you can still send it to living in Vegas mag at gmail.com, or you can send it to info at livinginvegas.com. And either way, I'll get it to you. Okay, so, but I will register you, but you've got to do it today. There's just no, I can't wait around, folks. I really wish I could, but I can't. And you can actually go to the event. Wouldn't that be cool? All right. So let me tell you what happened yesterday. So we have a Instagram page. So our Instagram page is Living in Vegas, or is at Living in Vegas. Same thing with our Twitter account. And so we are being followed by some pretty big names, and one of them is a organization or a business called Speedy Mart. So Speedy Mart has 3 locations here in town. I think they had more, but I know of at least 3 that they have here in town. And they started following us on Twitter, or excuse me, on Instagram. And that was kind of cool. I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. And we get all kinds of people following us now, which is real cool. But they started following us, and I said, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to their place and buy some beer off them. And I only drink craft beer, so I don't drink a lot of regular you know name brand stuff. I drink craft beer. If I'm going to drink beer, I'm going to drink craft beer, and it's generally going to be dark beer. So I'm a Jamaican guy. I like dark beer, or I like Red Stripe. Okay, that's pretty much all I'll drink. So I went down there yesterday, and as I was going down there, and I told people, all of a sudden I got these stuff on Instagram saying, "Hey, you ought to go here, you ought to go there, you ought to go here, you ought to go there." So if you have a business and you are and you'd like me or somebody from our team to come over and visit you, then just send us an email. Send me an email, and we'll definitely do that. Or follow us on Instagram and let me know, because somebody else told me that there's even a better place that has a bigger selection, a larger selection. I shouldn't say bigger selection, a larger selection of craft beer, and it's not like a Total Wine and More type thing. It's a small mom and pop type place, and they said, "Hey, you should go to this place. It's just down the street." So, and I told them, of course, I will do it. Yeah, why not? That's what we do. We love telling everybody about all the cool stuff that's going on in Vegas, kind of like what we're going to do on the show today. And so, don't hesitate in doing that. Also, before we get to the articles that we've got today, because we got a lot of stuff going on today, man, it's a lot of stuff. We are going to have an internship at Livin in Vegas magazine. Okay, that's right. It's an internship, which means you get to work with us over at the magazine. We'll be doing some events. We'll be doing magazines. You'll learn all about how to produce a magazine. You'll learn how to do social media, all that kind of stuff. It is an internship. Okay, so if you want to spend the next couple of months with us, working on our next edition of Livin in Vegas magazine, just send me an email. Okay, or message me right below me. Just message and say, "Hey, Sherman, I want to intern with you." It's really great for somebody who's just getting your feet wet. You're a writer, you're a graphic artist type person. Maybe you're getting into social media, that kind of thing. If that is you, you like to party, you like to have a good time, you love Las Vegas, you love living in Vegas, then send us an email. Matter of fact, let me put that up there one more time. Oops, wrong one. Let me put that up there one more time for our email address. And there it is. livininvegasmag@gmail.com. It's livininvegasmag@gmail.com. And that's for interns. Okay, so it's for the next 3 months or so. We're already starting on the next magazine, folks. This magazine, it's already done. Of course, I'm adding stuff all the time, but you will learn how to do a magazine, lay out the whole thing, and you know, and as we grow, you'll grow, that kind of stuff. Okay, so this is the internship for Livin in Vegas Mag. Okay, tell your friends. Well, many of you know that just recently Harry Reid passed away. Harry Reid was he was the majority leader under Barack Obama, and he retired fairly recently after Barack Obama went out of office. Born in Searchlight, Nevada. Well, Harry Reid passed away Tuesday, and many of you know that they named Harry McCarran Airport after Harry Reid. A lot of controversy over that. Okay, we're not here to talk about that. We're really here to talk about that he is still being celebrated in Las Vegas. So a lot of people really respected the guy. A lot of people really loved him, and he's being remembered by his hometown in Searchlight. So he was born in Searchlight, Nevada. Matter of fact, boy, what a tough life. Tough life. He lived in a little shack. His mom did washing for a brothel down the street. Dad had died early on. And Harry Mason Reid, had a very tough time. So they're having a, what is this? They're going to have, in Searchlight, they're going to be talking more and more about him. So what is now the Searchlight Community Center was once a one-room schoolhouse Reid attended before hitchhiking to basic high school 40 miles away in Henderson. So this guy had, I knew Harry Reid when I was a kid, okay, before he became an adult and got into politics real heavy. But I remember him very well as a kid. And so the people at Searchlight are going to be um, celebrating him more. If you have been around Vegas any length of time, you know that his face is up on every sign now. They've lowered the mast at the Capitol building to half mast to to celebrate this guy who's had all kinds of people talk about him. And so we definitely want to give him his due. He actually did serve this state for many, many years. Whether you agree with him politically or not, it's really not the point here, folks. He's from Vegas. It's kind of where he is. Um, so right now we are having a real issue with getting people to work. It's going to be tough, folks. We've had COVID for the last number of years, and now it's very hard to get people back to work. And I'll tell you, I know I started the Black Business Chamber of Commerce, and right at the beginning of COVID, okay, of all times to open up a chamber of commerce, and the hardest thing was to get business owners to engage and still stay in business. And many of those business owners went out of business. Some of them came back, but a lot of them went out of business and didn't come back at all. And so this next story is really about Lowry's. And Lowry's, the steakhouse, the Prime Rib House, they'll be temporarily closing their steakhouse due to staffing issues. Yeah, according to their website, it said that the closure of this Las Vegas and Beverly Hills restaurants are due to staffing issues related to challenges caused by the pandemic in recent weeks. So if you know where Lowry's is at, it's over there off of, I believe it's Flamingo and Paradise, where they've got this. It's really nice, super nice. I've been to a couple of events there. So they're having really an issue with trying to keep the doors open, and it's not because they can't find any prime rib. It's just they can't find anybody to work, and they don't want to They don't want to have their service suffer, and you as a customer suffer because they don't have people to get your stuff when you want. The latest COVID-19 numbers might have something to do with the restaurant's decision to temporarily close its doors. The rate of hospitalizations in Nevada is skyrocketing. Clark County's test positivity rate is past 10%. Boy, I'd love to go there, I'll tell you. But they're going to be closing down, especially for this New Year's. They're not going to be open. So if you go down to Lowry's, you're probably going to find that it's just not open. It's not happening. So other news. So over. If, so so let me. I'll backtrack just a bit. So I'm going to be working on an initiative, probably starting in the beginning of the new year. I haven't really decided yet. Many of you know I ride every day. Even this morning on my bicycle, you can see it. You can see the tire there. I ride pretty much every day, starting at about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning until about 6 o'clock in the morning. Ride about 20 miles or so every morning, and I've been doing that for the last few years. Well, one of the things that I'm noticing is that more and more drivers are getting they're just not as friendly as they should be. Okay, I'll just put it that way. They're just not as friendly as they should be. And this morning, I almost got hit like 3 times. Okay, I really did. I know this. I keep coming back telling you I'm almost getting hit by cars. It's just it goes in cycles like that way. So this morning, I was at my final straw. It was raining, a little bit of drizzle. Cut my ride short, coming home, and all of a sudden, I've got earphones on. Many of you, I don't have them with me right now, but I've got earphones. Oh, here they are. So I've got these earbuds. Okay, got these earbuds that I've got in. So I'm listening to jazz music early in the morning, just kind of jamming out, and I hear this sound like a car, but I'm driving through a parking lot, so yeah, maybe there's a car. All of a sudden, I'm going by this car, and this car lurches forward at me, and I go, "Oh my God, what is wrong?" There's a guy coming out of the bar right around the corner from my house, and he forgot to turn his lights on. Not good. And he almost hit me. And of course, I am that guy. I will stop and tell you, turn on your lights. Okay? I may not cuss you out, but I will tell you, turn on your lights. The guy rolls down his window like, what? What'd you say to me? I go, turn on your lights. You. Lights turned on. So I'm going to be starting an initiative to, and I hope you join with me. Some of our friends, Sherry Tillman and Mike Tillman from Pro Cyclery, Jared Fisher, guys like that. Eric, Eric and Shane. What's their last name? Oh my gosh, it's a great name too. Anyways, some of our bicycle friends who I know a lot of cyclists, to get on the initiative to one, bring more awareness to sharing the road with cyclists because we're getting a lot more people in the valley. We actually have over 600,000 people who live in this, in Las Vegas, over 1 million people who live in the metro area. We need more bike lanes, more driver awareness, so that we go from, and I'm writing an article, so we are ranked number 3 in the nation for fatalities, and or not shouldn't say fatalities, for being not really good at cyclists, at being a cyclist friendly environment, and we want to be number 1 for being the best. Okay, we want more cycling lanes, we want to have more recreation, that kind of stuff. Okay, um, so down at the wetlands, folks. Let's move. Let's change gears. So the wetlands, Clark County Wetlands Park area, there was a fire, folks. Over at I believe it's at the visitor center. Clark County Fire Department was on the scene, wetlands, Wednesday evening, when a brush fire was reported. Okay, so they said there was a brush fire out there. The fire was close to the visitor center, but the building was not in danger, they said. So if you've not been to the wetlands, really pretty area. I mean, it's very pretty. I've been down there twice, I believe, riding bikes down there. It's way on the east side of the valley. If you go, like, I believe Sunset, go Sunset Road. Somebody correct me on that. But you can actually get to the wetlands, and it's just beautiful down there. They've got waterfalls, big, long area of water. It's like a river. So what the wetlands is basically where all the water comes from Mount Charleston, Lee Canyon, Red Rock, and everything kind of flows down the hill towards the east, from the west of the valley to the east of the valley, and it all kind of does this, and it all comes to a head, and it dumps down into the wetlands area, and it's kind of like a big filter, okay, before it gets to Lake Mead, and so it's just a beautiful area. So if you get a chance, you need to go down there. Maybe we'll do a story on that. But there was a fire down there. So these right here are kitties. There were some kittens found at T-Mobile Arena, and they're ready for adoption. This is a great story. Cat and her 5 kittens somehow scored some of the hottest tickets in town, seats for the Golden Knights game during the holiday season. People at T-Mobile Arena, they said, found a mama cat dubbed Lady of the Nights. Lady of the Nights. And her 5 kittens after moving a set of bleachers. Worker reached out to a homeward bound cat adoptions after finding the kittens. So that's kind of a cute story, huh? So they found this kitten. I'll show you again. So Mama and her little kittens were found. Yeah, T-Mobile. So they want to adopt these out. We'll leave links to all these stories, folks, on our Facebook page, so you can actually check out Mama and her kittens. Isn't that cute? I know. I think so. We all love cats. I mean, I'm a dog guy, but I love cats. Let's do a little Raider report. The Raiders are going to be playing the 30th. Yeah, I think they're going to be playing. No, are they going to be playing 30th? They've got some cool stuff coming up here. So the Raiders. There's a Raider report. When are they going to be playing? Huh. So we've got some players on the Raiders that are questionable, who've got some issues and stuff. And one of the biggest ones is this guy right here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about him. So Darren Waller, I got his picture here. There we go. Darren Waller. Darren Waller is one of the, if not one of the most, prolific tight ends in the NFL, and he's on the COVID list now. Yeah, I know a lot of people are probably just kind of weirded out about that. That he is on this COVID list. This is a article of kind of Channel 3 News had this one. The Las Vegas Raiders placed tight end Darren Waller on the reserve COVID list. The roster was part of a flurry of moves made Wednesday, which was yesterday. Joining Waller on the COVID list is defensive tackle Kendall Vickers. And the Raiders have not, you've not seen Waller since Thanksgiving. You really haven't. He's not been playing. He's got a knee injury. He's got a back injury. So this is what this guy's done. He's got 53 catches for 647 yards, 10 games so far this season. He's the team's 2021 Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee. So they've got some cool. We've got some interesting things that are going on with the Raiders, and we've got to get these guys back on the schneid, because right now they've got some issues that we've got to work on for the Raiders. How many of you are thinking about? Oh, I got time. Good. How many of you are thinking about going out for New Year's? Yeah, there's a lot of events going on. So, so officially, 2022, the New Year's Eve party for 2022 is still on, folks. Okay, we talked about this a couple of days ago. Said Las Vegas isn't canceling or scaling back plans for a big New Year's gathering. Okay, we're not doing it. Over in New York, I believe in Times Square, they are scaling theirs back quite a bit. All across the United States, you've got people who are scaling theirs back. We are not. We're not doing it at all, and which is great. I really want to put our hand, give our governor and our mayor applause for that. Where they're saying, look, we can only do so much as a society with this COVID issue, and we've got to live. So they're not scaling it back. As a matter of fact, now what Dr. Fauci is saying, he's saying, hey, look, folks, just avoid events of 60 or more people. Don't go to these big events. Okay, well, here's another thing that we probably should just, I tend to be a practical person. Just be smart about this, folks. Just be smart. You don't want to be hugging and kissing on anybody you don't know. Just wear a mask when it's appropriate, that kind of stuff. And just practice good hygiene. I really think that is one of the best things you can do. If one thing has happened as a result of the whole COVID thing is people are just becoming more and more, they're becoming more and more hygienic. They really are, which is good. There was a story this morning. I got just a couple more things that I want to talk to you about. Where is it at? Oh, and it's very hard for me to see here. I'm sorry. Okay. So I don't know if you can see this, folks. I'm going to try to blow this up just a little bit, and then I'll make it smaller. Okay. This is a truck that there's an Amazon truck. Can you see that over in the corner? I think you can see that. Yeah, you can see that over in the corner. A vehicle became lodged under an Amazon truck on the Las Vegas freeway, and this is bad stuff. So I'm going to take that away. A Dodge Charger was lodged beneath an Amazon truck after authorities said its operator was driving recklessly on the Las Vegas freeway Tuesday morning. Okay, so isn't that funny? Because there's a Charger almost hit me this morning. Doesn't look like that one, but it could have been. According to Highway Patrol, the Charger was traveling on I-15 northbound Lake Mead Boulevard at about 10:35 in the morning on Tuesday morning. Witnesses reported to the authorities that the vehicle was traveling high rate of speed when it made an unsafe lane change, striking the trailer of an Amazon truck. Okay, and this is what we call you're not going to win. You're probably not going to beat this Amazon truck. It's a big tractor trailer. And so the Charger went under the trailer. The driver of the Dodge was transported to UMC with minor injuries. And the Amazon truck guy walked away from it. I think they said the police did not suspect impairment at this time. I can almost guarantee they're going to find something that's going on with this guy, and they're going to say, "Hey, look, this is not good at all." Oh, we've got a grand opening, folks. I wanted to get to this story. Okay, um, this is called Daiso. I hope I didn't destroy the name of it, or Daiso, Daiso. This is a Japanese value store. Okay, a Japanese value store. So this is an interesting story. Um, Popular Japanese store Daiso has officially opened its doors in the Las Vegas Valley. Fans of the store got in line on Wednesday, December 29th, as the store began its 2-day grand opening event with various free items. So this is actually pretty cool. Opening day promotions include a free Sumi Koragarashi Plus. Man, that's interesting. How do you say that? Sumi Gogurashi. I can't say the word. I'm sorry. I'm Jamaican. Um, Plush with a $50 purchase and a free goodie bag while supplies last. They opened their first store in 2005 and now have over 80 U.S. stores across multiple states. Fans of the store can also purchase merchandise online, and we'll put a link to this on our Facebook page. So evidently, it's a value store. So very cool. You know what? I think variety. So in Vegas, we've got all kinds of stuff. I mean, we've got everything from Nigerian stores to Japanese stores, Chinese, um, Romanian. We got all kinds of Armenian, Greek. We got all kinds of stuff here, and that's really what makes Vegas just a wonderful place to live. Don't you think? Um, so the Las Vegas Bowl, folks. So the Las Vegas Bowl is coming up like today. Um, so today, the 2021 SRS distribution Las Vegas Bowl will feature the Big Ten's University of Wisconsin versus against Pac-12's Arizona State University on Thursday. So that's today, 7:30 p.m. And you're actually able to actually go to this game. So they said they actually have tickets left. They really were hoping that they had more people attending this game, but there's still tickets available if you want to go to the game. It's 7:30 tonight, and we'll leave a link to that. We'll actually post that pretty quick, so if you want to go to the game, you can actually go to the game. My brother went to Arizona State, and I'm a Sun Devil. I went to El Dorado, which is the Sun Devils too, so we actually have that connection. So I went to high school. He went to college there, which is cool. So that's the Las Vegas Bowl, and so this will be the first major bowl that we're having where we've got some, and people are loving this. I mean, they are loving it. All these people are coming from all over the country, coming here. So we've got the Pro Bowl coming up, and then we're going to have the Super Bowl in 2024. Okay, cool stuff here, folks. I don't know. I don't know how much more we can take here in Vegas. I mean, we've just got some of the coolest stuff that's going on. And, I mean, what are you going to do? So, once again, folks, magazine's coming out January of 2022, which is in just a couple more days. We're ready. We're ready to go. We're ready to roll this thing out. Great articles. I want to thank everybody who's been a part of this and who are a part of the party. So, the launch party that is going to celebrate the launch of Livin in Vegas magazine is going to be January 15th. It's going to be over at the Foundation Room, Mandalay Bay Casino, south end of the Strip. If you want tickets for that, you're on our Facebook page. The easiest way is you can go to our Facebook page and right above me, and you can actually, the link is there. Or you can go on our website, livininvegas.com, livininvegas.com. That's livininvegas.com, and you can see the link will be on there also, and you can actually get tickets for it. Literally, I think we've only got just a handful. I mean, we really do not have a lot of tickets left. We put out a buttload of them. They're all gone already. I'm so excited about that. You get to celebrate with us the launch of what we hope and we know is going to be the greatest magazine. I know, thank you. The greatest magazine in Vegas history, Livin in Vegas magazine. I want to thank everybody. We will be here tomorrow Once again at 8:30 in the morning with another edition of Livin in Vegas magazine. I'm Sherman Ray. Thank you so much for being a part of the show, folks. We will see you again tomorrow, 8:30 for Livin in Vegas magazine. Bye bye.